Hey, Jalen, thanks for taking the time today. We're going to start here first with Jeff McClain and then John McMullen.
Hey, Jan, it looks like Vic Fangio is throwing a lot at you in terms of the blitzes, especially in one practice. What have you found that Kellen Moore's offense has given you in terms of the answers you need when you are facing a lot of rushers?
Yeah, I think it's been good execution towards those things. I know um, the narrative of how we've handled that, and simply put, we just want to execute the fundamentals in which he has. I'm not going to get into the details of how we respond to those things or how we provide answers for those things on the field, but it's just a matter of everyone being on the same page. And I think we've gotten off to a good sound start of being on the same page.
If I could follow up real quickly, is it a little different in terms of what you had previously done in terms of the blitz and the answers he gives you?
Yeah, I don't want to bring up that number I brought up the other time, but I'd say so.
All right, we'll go John and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Jalen, a little bit off the beaten path here. You don't see too many 6'8" guards in the NFL as a quarterback when Makai's out there. What's it do for you when sight lines and things like that, or do we make too much of that?
Um, no, I think anytime you got that height difference up front, it's definitely a thing. Um, I think that it's important to kind of have it firm inside and kind of let those guys outside do what they do. But I think Makai has stepped in and he's done a great job. He's done a great job. He's taken the coaching from Coach Stout, and it's honestly been like a collaborative thing of everybody just having good conversation and feeding off of one another and our feedback for one another. And um, hopefully he can continue to step up there.
Martin and then Brooks.
Hey, Jalen. You mentioned like just a few minutes ago that you felt the offense is off to a good, solid start so far in training camp, and I was kind of curious. What do you think? Like, the best part of the offense is like how it fits you best, I guess. That might be different from past years.
Um, yeah, I'm not in the comparative mode here. I do think that we go out there with the intentions of putting our best foot forward and just executing and doing our jobs. And to do that, obviously, it has to be clearly communicated on how to do it. But we're taking it day by day, taking it day by day. I don't put my focus towards anything else other than just trying to get better at that day. And I think the group has that mentality. It's a day by day thing. Enough is never enough, and at the end of the day, we just want to prepare ourselves to go out there and put on good performances.
Thanks.
We'll go Brooks and then Bob Brookover.
Hey Jalen, first preseason games, quick. Where do you feel you guys are offensively, and how much do you think there is before now and then to kind of get game ready?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just taking it day by day, really trying to soak in these opportunities we have to practice, learn, and have these lengthy meetings in training camp, and have those good and needed conversations as we build it up.
We'll go Bob and then EJ Smith.
Hey, John, you're a very detail-oriented person, and last year you had a career high in turnovers. How much the focus of that is to cut down on those things this year, and how do you go about doing that?
I think the focus has been just for me to do my job and do it to the best of my abilities. Understand what I'm being asked to do, have conversations about that, and then go out there and do it. And so I just keep the focus there, keep the focus on going out there and try to um, execute, what we're doing.
Thanks.
EJ and then Dave Zangaro.
Hey Jalen, AJ just talked about how Devontae seems like he's kind of ready to take another leap based off of the way that he's played this camp. I guess what have you seen from him in training camp? What stood out about Devontae?
He looks very quick. He looks very quick. He's always been an explosive player, and I think he's just been patient. He's been patient. He's been diligent. He's always been about the grind and about the work, and I'm excited to see him continue to progress. I know the work he puts in, and I know you see how he looks out there, so it's exciting.
We'll do the final three here: Dave Zangaro, Olivia, and then Ed Kratz.
Hey, Jalen, how have you felt in some of the plays we've seen under center? And if that extends to the play action game, do you think that can be a benefit to the offense?
I felt fine. Yeah, I think there are different dynamics that are new, and there are different dynamics that maybe we've toyed with before. But ultimately, whatever we go out there and roll out there with, the job is to execute it. There was a time where we were, heavy under center and, ran some downhill things, especially my first year I started here. And then we had opportunities to play action off of that as well. So, you wanna be well equipped to do whatever needs to be done.
Olivia and then Ed.
Hey, Jalen, you alluded earlier to that 95% number that you brought up in the spring. I guess when you think of where you were at the time and where you are now, how much more comfortable do you feel in this offense? And what kind of role has, Kellen played in just, helping you get up to speed as you transition to this new offense?
Yeah, it's just been a thing of constant communication, open dialogue, and really just hearing each other out. And it comes down to executing and how this group executes, and that's the beauty of this game when you have a lot of different people coming from different parts, different places and different experiences, and the goal at hand is to find out how we can be the best that we can be, this team. So I think we've been putting a great effort there. We're not where we're going to be, but we're taking it day by day. We're taking it day by day. We're hungry to clean up the little things and continue to work on the operation, be in and out and move urgently. And, all of those things really consist of being on the same page. So just being great in our communication all around.
Last one here for Ed Kratz.
Yeah, hi, Jalen. You haven't thrown an interception in camp. I think we've had 5 days. You look like you have a pretty good grasp of, what you're doing now compared maybe to the spring. How much time did you invest, in those 6 or 7 weeks between mini camp and now? And how would you assess the camp that you're having?
I think, the goal is to put the work in. You want to put the work in and let the work have confidence in the work, rather. Put the work in and have confidence in the work. And I'll give you an example of that and how that showed up. We did one-on-ones the other day, and there was, Johnny Wilson shows up and makes 2 big-time catches, but I tell him it's no surprise when you prepare, for those situations and you put the time in like that in the offseason and you spend that quality time together, so it shows. And there are a ton of other guys, out there showing up and making plays as well. But I think it comes down to the work. And so, all you want to do is quantify your work, find out what you want to improve on, master it, strive to master it, and then keep pressing forward. Keep pressing forward. I think, as I bring up Johnny, there are a ton of other guys that are out there showing up and really competing at a high level and playing big boy ball just with their nose down. Johnny Wilson and Quinyon and Mitchell and the linebacker crew and our running backs. I mean, everybody. So, I know it's just it's all about the journey. And along the journey, you can't expect big results if you're not putting the work in. And so that's what I'm really most pleased about at this point is just the the want-to out of everybody, the eagerness to work, the eagerness to do it at a high level. And you can want a lot, but you got to work for it. So.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jalen. Appreciate
Thank
the
you.
time.